The San Francisco 49ers have a monumental challenge looming in Week 1 of the 2026 season as they prepare to face off against the Los Angeles Rams in Australia. Yes, you heard that right, Australia. The daunting 17-hour time change combined with the lengthy travel will undoubtedly weigh heavily on the team as they gear up to battle a formidable opponent in the Rams. But what does this mean for the 49ers season? Fans, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from, and how do you feel about this matchup? Drop your comments below. As we analyze the upcoming season, it's crucial to acknowledge that while this opening game presents a significant hurdle, the 49ers do have a somewhat favorable schedule leading up to the midpoint of the season. The NFL has, in a sense, offered a silver lining for the 49ers due to the unique circumstances of playing overseas. This light stretch of games leading into the tougher parts of their schedule is a bit of a reprieve, but it won't come without its own challenges. Looking ahead, the first half of the season appears manageable for the 49ers. They will likely be gearing up for a playoff contending run, a hallmark of Kyle Shanahan's tenure as head coach. However, the brutal stretch begins in the latter half of the season, specifically from weeks 12 to 17, which could very well dictate their postseason fate. What does that stretch look like? Let's break it down. Week 12 presents a clash against the Seattle Seahawks, followed by a trip to the New York Giants in Week 13. Then, they'll face the Rams again in Week 14, followed by a Thursday night matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers in Week 15. The intensity doesn't let up, as they'll then travel to Kansas City for Week 16 before wrapping up the regular season against the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 17. This gauntlet of competitors could easily leave the 49ers battered and bruised. The Seahawks game is expected to be a physical affair, as it always is. But then, the 49ers will need to travel cross-country to MetLife Stadium, playing at 10 a.m. in their body clocks. This East Coast trip could prove to be tricky, not just in terms of the Giants, who are always unpredictable, but also in how fatigue might set in after such a taxing travel schedule. The subsequent Rams game, coming right after, will be yet another intense battle. And let's not forget the Thursday night game against the Chargers, which can often be a recipe for disaster, especially in December when teams are often worn down. And just when you think they might catch a breather, they face the Kansas City Chiefs, another powerhouse that will likely test their mettle in cold conditions. By Week 17, the stakes will be high as they host the Eagles in PrimeTime, a game that could have significant playoff seeding implications. One misstep in this grueling stretch could jeopardize their chance at securing a playoff spot altogether. These 6 games can easily be viewed as the most challenging part of the season, not only because of the caliber of the opponents, but also due to the way the schedule is structured. If the 49ers can't withstand this brutal stretch, it could threaten their postseason aspirations. As we move forward, keep an eye on how this early season challenge in Australia impacts their momentum. With the playoffs in sight, every game counts, especially against division rivals like the Rams and Seahawks. Let's see how they navigate this landscape, and if they can rise to the occasion when the going gets tough. Now, on to our next piece of news that continues to shape the 49ers' journey.
As the San Francisco 49ers continue to navigate the aftermath of a tumultuous 2025 season marred by injuries, whispers of potential trades and signings are heating up. The question on everyone's mind: could Joey Bosa be the key to restoring the 49ers' once-feared pass rush? This past season, the 49ers faced a barrage of injuries that severely tested the depth and resilience of the roster. Most notably, the loss of star pass rusher Nick Bosa was a devastating blow that left the defense scrambling for answers. Without his relentless pressure and knack for making game-changing plays, the 49ers' pass rush faltered significantly. The statistics tell a sobering story. The team ranked dead last in pressure rate at 24.9% and managed a mere 20 sacks throughout the entire season. This is not the level of performance we expect from a franchise steeped in defensive prowess. But hope might be on the horizon as analysts, including those from ESPN, highlight the possibility of bringing in his brother, Joey Bosa. The intriguing prospect of reuniting the Bosa brothers could provide the spark the 49ers desperately need. Joey may no longer be the Pro Bowl force he once was, but he remains a capable pass rusher who can disrupt opposing quarterbacks. With his impressive track record, averaging 36.3 snaps per game last season and racking up 5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, and 42 pressures, he fits the bill as a player who can bolster the 49ers' lackluster performance in the trenches. What stands out is Joey's compatibility with Raheem Morris' defensive scheme. He excels as a traditional 4-3 end, bringing a powerful upfield rush that could complement Nick's style perfectly. The synergy between the brothers could not only elevate individual performances, but also reinvigorate a struggling defense in desperate need of a leadership presence. Let's not forget, the Bosa brothers share a unique bond that extends beyond the field. Their familiarity with each other's playing styles could translate into an instant chemistry, which is critical for a defense that has struggled to create pressure consistently. The idea of having both Bosa brothers on the same line is an enticing one, and it could transform the 49ers' defense into one of the most feared in the league once again. As we look ahead, the notion of signing Joey on a one-year deal is a strategic move that makes sense from both a financial and a football standpoint. Why not take a chance on a proven sack artist who can still make an impact, especially given his league-leading 5 forced fumbles last season? The 49ers have nothing to lose and everything to gain by adding depth and talent to their roster, especially when it comes to revamping their pass rush. So, what do you think, 49ers fans? Would you welcome Joey Bosa to the roster? Comment below on where you're watching from and share your thoughts. This is a pivotal moment for the team, and it's clear that changes are needed to regain our status among the elite defenses in the league. As we transition to our next segment, stay tuned for more updates on the 49ers, offseason strategy, and potential moves that could reshape the future of this storied franchise.
Brock Purdy is a topic that ignites fierce discussion among fans and analysts alike. Is he simply a product of the exceptional system designed by Kyle Shanahan? Or is he indeed a quarterback whose talent demands recognition? Let's delve into this debate, and I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? And what's your take on Purdy's performance? Leave your thoughts in the comments. As we analyze Purdy's stats, one stands out like a beacon: his adjusted net yards per attempt. This metric takes into account passing yards while factoring in touchdowns, interceptions, and sacks, providing a clearer picture of a quarterback's effectiveness. With a career mark of 7.8 NE/A, Purdy is operating in elite territory, especially considering the level at which he's performing. At just 26 years old and already with over 1,300 passing attempts under his belt, the comparisons to some of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history are hard to ignore. When we look at other young quarterbacks with similar levels of experience and production, only 3 names pop up: Dan Marino, Patrick Mahomes, and Deshaun Watson. Let's take a moment to review Watson's stats before he turned 27. During his peak with the Houston Texans, he had a 7.3 NE/A, which was remarkable despite the off-field controversies that surrounded him. Marino, too, had a 7.3 NE/A, marking one of the best starts to a career in the NFL's storied history. But here's the kicker: Patrick Mahomes, in his first 4 years leading up to his 27th birthday, boasted an 8.1 NE/A. That is the gold standard, but Purdy is right in the conversation. Now, while it's easy to attribute Purdy's success to the system in place, let's not overlook the fact that Kyle Shanahan has cycled through a number of quarterbacks. Many have come and gone, yet none have consistently reached the heights Purdy has achieved. The case of Mac Jones is particularly telling. Last season, Jones had access to the same weapons that Purdy did, and while he performed adequately, he ended the season with a 6.7 NE/A, good, but nowhere near the elite level that Purdy consistently produces. Purdy, even when not at his absolute best, managed a 7.0 NE/A last year. This is a testament to his ability to elevate the offense beyond what others can accomplish. He might not be heralded as the second-best quarterback of all time yet, but there's no denying that he's carved out a place for himself as a very good quarterback who deserves respect for his consistent production. In conclusion, as we wrap up this conversation about Purdy, it's clear that the San Francisco 49ers have something special here. His numbers speak volumes, and while the skeptics will always point to the system, the fact remains that Purdy is excelling in a way that few others have. So what's the final verdict? Is he the future of the franchise? Can he take the 49ers to the promised land? Share your thoughts below, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more insights on the San Francisco 49ers as we follow this exhilarating journey together.